Hello and welcome to my channel. You know, when Mego released their new Apes line just a few years ago, they introduced some figures that we hadn't seen originally. Now, the original Ape line was great. You know, they had Zira, Cornelia, Zayas, the Ape General, and some really cool Ape soldiers armed with M16s. I think those guys were probably my favorite. We also got the TV astronauts and an astronaut that was supposedly from the movie that basically, well, you know what? I didn't get that guy just because I had the Action Jackson figure with the flight helmet, so I didn't feel compelled to buy the astronaut that came with the ape set. Maybe looking back, I should have, but at the time I didn't. I also didn't get the play sets because you know what? I grew up in the desert, and the entire desert was my play set for Planet of the Apes, basically. But anyway, I digress. It wasn't until their release of the new figures that we got any sort of mutant action figure. And no, this wasn't the first one. The first one was released with Tops, and it was this guy right here, the Mutant Leader Unmasked. Beautiful head sculpt. Look at that. Just a great looking figure. I'm really partial to this guy for a couple of reasons. Number one, he was the first mutant that Mego produced. But the second reason is my good friend J-Spy gave this to me when I missed getting my own from Tops. I was a little bummed about it. I wasn't in the loop. I didn't know. I didn't really even know about the Tops figures. And so as a result, my friend J-Spy got two of these and he gave me one of them. So I'm really, this is one of my favorite Apes figures, honestly, if not my favorite. Look at that, beautiful. And so they followed up with this guy after the Tops releases when they did the overall release, and I picked up quite a few of these guys. Actually, I used the body and outfit for some customs, but this guy is a great follow-up as well. Look at that. Love the outfit. Everything about this figure was really just neat. You know, it's got the white gloves, it's got the Star Trek boots. Just a well thought out and well executed figure. And it opened up the possibility for other mutants, right? There are some commercial ones that are available. This one right here, the Adiposo figure, is available from World's Greatest Superheroes. They have this head sculpt. So if you want to do your own, you can. You know, you can purchase this from them. We did a live stream a while back, J-Spy, Scott Brown, and myself, on how to paint this guy. And I think he turned out really well. It helps when you have a really good head sculpt too. Look at that. Again, the hardest part of this figure has got to be the eyes. You know, eyes always give me a problem. So, but yeah, turned out really well. I got some bling here that I put together myself along with a custom vest that I made. Let me go ahead and put him over here behind the pre-do. Oops, almost knocked down my rocket. Oh, you know, speaking of the pre-do, this is a piece that J-Spy put together. You know, he has some really cool figures. The wagon, my favorite, hands down. And the cannon that he put together, just beautiful pieces. And along with the accessories here for my mutants, has a pre-do with the controls. Oh, sorry, just blew up the world. Right. It's got the staging button. Well, this one turns it on. It's got the staging button and the button that actually blows up the Doomsday device. He put, let me pull this back here. He put together a kit. Oh, hang on. I have it in pieces over here. This is the base. He kept this open so if you wanted to put your own like dry ice in there and have it, you know, steam, you could. But yeah, beautiful rocket. Or I guess the bomb, right? The Doomsday bomb. I also have a video on how I put together this kit if you wanted to check that out. Let me go ahead and put this back over here carefully. I don't want it to break. You know, it falls over and then, you know, it's done. Let's see. Oh, this is another piece by J-Spy. This mutant right here, he put together a while back. I managed to get the head from him. Look at that. He actually did this himself. He also sent me some bling. You know, I just recently got it, so I haven't had a chance to sew it to his outfit, but great looking figure. J-Spy is really an artist. Look at that. And you'll see he's holding a weapon. Got this from Dr. Mego. Now, Dr. Mego is a great source for Planet of the Apes stuff as well. You know, if you're looking for apes, he's got those. Actually, I have an ape here. This guy right here came from Dr. Mego. So, yeah, check out his store for some really cool apes. Oh, he's also wearing the backpack that J-Spy put together. Yeah, J-Spy is a huge fan of the apes. He's always looking to do new stuff. Let's see. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? With the with Adiposo, there's also an unmasked version right here. This piece right here, we also did a live stream on. It's a little easier to paint, you know, just basically a fleshy pink and then some blocking and dry butt brushing. Eyes are always the hardest part, so they're going to take a little practice, but really cool head sculpt. This one came from Reliving the Past again. Look at that. Spot on. You know, it's a little different than the Mego version. The Mego version has a purple base coat, and we went with a pinky flesh base coat. Both are outstanding examples of some of the sculpt work in there. It's just beautiful on both of these. And you know, it always helps to start with a good sculpt. Speaking of a good sculpt, back here you'll see that I have the Verger, or Verger. This is another one of my custom mutants. Now, I don't know exactly who produced this head sculpt. I have a sneaking suspicion I know who, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to mention it. If you did this head sculpt, please put a comment down below in the comment section, and maybe the availability. I don't know if it's still available, but if it is, please let us know. But this is a beautiful head sculpt. Picked this up from my friend David Ritter. He and I used to correspond a lot and share ape stuff and Star Trek stuff all the time, and he provided me with this head sculpt. It's beautiful. Look at that. Really captures the character well. So if this is your head sculpt, you produced this, or you created this, yeah, please leave a comment below. It's a beautiful piece. So you'll see I have some commercial mutants, and then I also have some custom mutants. And that kind of leads me to the next thing in this video, which is a new custom. I don't know if you recognize this guy. I like to call him the nerdy mutant, but it's Casbay from Beneath the Planet of the Apes as well. And, well, I don't want to go into too much detail because, you know, the person who commissioned this is going to be on our live stream tomorrow. So if you have any questions about availability or history behind this or anything else, you can talk to him tomorrow. Our live stream for painting this guy will be at about 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or a little bit afterwards. So if you wanted to check in on us, take a look at it. We're going to paint this guy. Now, my major concern is those glasses. You know, painting eyes is tough enough, but when you have to get past some glass rims, it might add a level of difficulty. We'll see. I have taken a brush and kind of like, you know, just practiced painting it, you know, with no paint on the brush, of course, but just kind of like practice painting the eyes and doing some shading stuff. And I think it's doable. You know, it's going to take a little bit more patience, but it can be done. I still have to get this guy primed and ready for tomorrow. I also picked up, well, had these for a while. Where is he? Oh, I have an extra body here, mutant leader body that I'm going to be using for this particular build. I do need to go down to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and pick up some green, like seafoam green, I think it was, if I'm remembering correctly, for the vest. And then, of course, J-Spy sent me some blanks so I can get that together. I'm going to do that today. So after this video, I'll probably run down to Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I need a brush too. I think I need another small brush. So I hope you join us tomorrow for the live stream. It should be fun. You know, Scott always seems to have some inside information about Mego, and you know, he's a wealth of information for the history of Mego. So if you have any questions about the original Mego Planet of the Apes line, or maybe anything that he's heard about the you know, if there's going to be any upcoming releases for Planet of the Apes, or maybe some other custom. I know that he has access to a lot of different custom heads, so maybe he has some additional head sculpts that maybe he'd like to show off. But it should be interesting there. J-Spy, you can always ask him about his Planet of the Apes accessories availability on this piece. I don't know if he has this still on his website. I think he did last time I checked, but maybe not. I know that he has a rocket up there. Well, last time I checked he did. So you can ask him about the availability of certain Planet of the Apes pieces that he has. So I think it'll be fun. We always have people who log in and share their stories on customizing or their collections, or just you know, Mego dolls in general. So it should be interesting. It should be fun. I hope you can join us again tomorrow, after 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We plan to start working on this guy, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and get him primed and get some accessories ready so I can be ready for tomorrow's live stream. Until then, you guys stay safe and be cool, and you know, have fun customizing, have fun with your Megos. It certainly is a great hobby, and I'm glad I'm into it. Well, until tomorrow, see ya.